Chapter 12. The Mantric Solution. Ancient X-sound Techniques. Deities are not found anywhere other than in no mind, especially those seen and heard to be related to the sound deities Om, Ah, Hu. Consecrate these deities with the blessings of body, speech, and mind as the esoteric traditions teach. Visualize the white Om. Visualize a four-spoked wheel at the crown of the head. Visualize the red Ah upon a four-petaled lotus in your throat, the identity of the speech of all Sugatas, enlightened Buddhas. Visualize that the dark blue hue in the center of a Vajra cross in your heart center is the identity of the mind of all Sugatas. The breathing exercise, as tradition has it, Om, the great inhalation at the crown of head. Ah, the great breath held in at the throat. Hu, the great exhalation that appears from the heart center. Bliss arises in the physical body through accomplishing bodhi, enlightenment, by being Om. So recognize this as blissful Dhammakaya, the blissful omness of emptiness. Ability arises in your voice through accomplishing speech by means of Ah. So recognize this as Dhammata sound of audible emptiness, the Ah of emptiness. Realization arises in awareness through mastering mind by means of the purification of hewing. So recognize this as Dhammadhatu's thought-free presence. Hewing is the thought-free presence of all-pervasive burn emptiness. These three syllables, Om, Ah, Hu, are by some yogis known as the pointed-out Vajra, indestructible recitation. For body, speech, and mind, recognize that Om, the identity of Nirmanakaya, is your present state of liberated thought formations. Recognize that Ah, the identity of Sambhogakaya, is your naturally present awareness, awake and unconfined. Recognize that Hu, the identity of Dhammakaya, is your mind that is unconstructed, clear and not made of anything whatsoever. Since Om is the all sound corresponding to Nirmanakaya, recognize that it is the conduct of liberation to experience all possible ways of being free from attachment to countless things. Since Ah is the sound corresponding to Sambhogakaya, recognize that it is the meditation to be present in the spirit of liberation without clinging. Since Hu is the sound corresponding to Dhammakaya, recognize that it is the view, selfless, great bliss, utterly void of craving. Recognize that Om, the power sound corresponding to Nirmanakaya, is the arising of thoughts as Dhammata, because the movements of thoughts and memories dissolve in themselves. Recognize that Ah, the power sound corresponding to Sambhogakaya, is meditation beyond sinning sessions with their breaks, because this sound manifests the ever-present, naturally constant Dhammata. Recognize that Hu, the power sound corresponding to Dhammakaya, is the view of groundless reality of Dhammata, free from changing. This was the sacred instruction for the threefold empty body, empty speech, and empty mind. It is taught that to combine these instructions, regard your empty body as appearing non-dual, empty, visible, yet non-physical. This empty knowing, yet always awake realization of these sacred power sounds of Om, Ah, and Hu is a key to attaining through mantra profound ensoundment realization of Huda, Buddha, silent sound nature. Om, mind light awareness chakra. Ah, speech sound word chakra. Hu, heart love compassion chakra.